The universe wants you to understand it. What the fuck even is the universe? All this shit in front of us? We see a limited selection of frequencies. We hear a very small amount of things that are actually happening around us. Without a microscope, we would be completely oblivious of the entire world of bacteria and subatomic particles. I'm thinking about groundbreaking discoveries that have changed the course of human civilization. The internet, the light bulb, the moving vehicle, the harvesting of electricity. Terence McKenna claims that psychedelic mushrooms gave him the information that a comet was going to fill the sky at a certain time. Basically, what I've noticed is that shortly before someone finishes a grand theory of something, they die shortly after. Look at Tesla and look at who was it? Steve Jobs. It's already known that people who have near-death experiences have realizations about the big picture, and I think there is some science behind, basically the theory that if the entire universe is made of the same stuff, well, then everything is encoded within its framework. Just like the, ability to grow limbs is encoded within the DNA of humans. So maybe somewhere in the psychedelic experience lies some kind of all-powerful wisdom. But what I really think the purpose of life is to understand how it works. To think and figure out and know. And I think the universe is alive and it wants to understand itself. So it gave us this curiosity. And every once in a while, something will be revealed. And throughout the world at the same time, many people will be on the verge of discovering something and then it just clicks. I feel like this is what was happening with quantum physics maybe in the 80s and when they finally, discovered when they finally did the particle collider and they discovered that yes, all their predictions were true, I think it then opened the door for people to apply those laws to other theories. Because just like the theory of evolution, its completion and the fact that people use its mechanisms to describe and predict things is another example of that, and it's just one slice. You know what I mean? There is no grand unified theory because every time a revelation happens, it opens the door to millions and millions of other possibilities, and this is the branching principle. There are reasons behind things. Some things seem mysterious because no logical reason makes sense. Well, when you open the door to new understandings, you see possibilities that weren't available before. Halley's Comet was discovered, predicted, and when it came back they said, wow, that's a lot of math. I guess we went from gods to divinely inspired kings who conquered the land to scientists. And here we are now. We've kind of passed through the membrane of science because of political landscapes. And no one cares. Looking back on the psychedelic experience, it's almost impossible to have one and not care when you come down from it. I mean, it's kind of the most beautiful thing that a single person alone could experience. To me, the universe can function basically on any principle, and somehow all the principles line up to create a mechanism that is moving or changing in such a way that it reveals things to people in the world over time. Somehow we get smarter and learn more without the help of divine intervention, which means either A, the universe is changing, or B, evolution is guiding us towards a higher level of intelligence, which you could argue is just A. You could argue those are the same thing. And like a clock, when its pendulum swings left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, well, you finally figure that out, and what happens? Ding! The bells start ringing, and it's the top of the hour. Oh my, how the circle completes, you know what I'm saying? Next time it happens, you start to analyze the bells, and you think about how before you knew the pendulum was even swinging, you thought it was going one way, because you saw it move. There is a never-ending amount of stuff to figure out and understand, and this is the age of intelligence. This is the age of the mind. We as a society have the means to no longer have to struggle on a physical level. And the more and more you think about what could be done if we didn't have to, the more asinine the nature of politics and economics seem. This construct that people have created, which as a result, people are dying in the street because they can't get jobs that pay them enough to afford a house and groceries, and no one will help them out. It has seemed obvious to me for a while that psychedelics are the only way to steer humanity back towards caring and empathy. A, everyone's bored. B, this couple centuries is really the only time in human history that psychedelics were not a part of everyday life. I mean, if you look at any culture of the 18th, 17th, 16th century or before, there are references to psychedelics. Spirituality is basically dead. Christianity facades as God, and beyond that, any religion that some person is not comfortable with is shunned, you know. And psychology told us a long time ago that self-fulfillment requires connection with a greater good, at the very least. And so, if we can't as a society come together, then it's pretty sad to watch the way things are unfolding from the perspective of someone who feels like they just want to live and understand the way things work, and knows how powerful we could be as a society if we could get past the money issues and the race issues and stuff that are being forced down the media pipeline from the bureaucratic politicians who want money and are willing to do anything for it.